Welcome to the Solvency Calculator video. Now, if you stumbled across this page, you either listened to the episode with Kitty Thomas, which is number 147, just in case you haven't, and you've thought, yeah, actually, I want to stress test my portfolio. I want to see what happens if interest rates go up by 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is. So let's jump into the calculator and actually walk you through the steps on this one. So we're going to be using a fictitious character here. Let's just say this character, we'll call him Jim, about $95,000 a year. Now, as far as savings is concerned, it's not too bad. Let's say Jim's got 25 grand in savings. Now, you might have heaps more, you might have less, whatever it is. It's just about plugging in the right information for you. Now, as far as general expenditure is concerned, this is something that's so important to really be honest with, because if you plug in information that you want to be true, it's not going to help with this calculator. Let's say Jim's done his numbers pretty well and he knows exactly what he's spending. It's let's say $2,320 per month is what's actually coming out. Now, this is not including Jim's PPR, which is like your primary place of residence. That's in the next cell. PPR debt. Now, let's say Jim's got a house that he bought a little while ago with a $300,000 mortgage on it. And let's say his interest rate's currently sitting at 3%. So on a principal and interest 25-year term, Jim's mortgage payments are going to be roughly, $1,435 a month. Now, moving on to the portfolio. Let's say Jim's got two properties. Both of them were $500,000 properties. And just to make it an easy example, let's say he's got 100% loans. Obviously, you wouldn't do this, but just to follow along with this. So that means Jim having two of them has $1 million in debt. And let's say Jim's interest rate now is, 3.8%. Now, his yield on these properties, let's say a 5% yield. So we want a minus 20% for general expenditure, things like council rates, insurances, water, all that kind of stuff, which would mean it'd be roughly around $3,200 a month that Jim would be having coming in as rental income. A credit card debt, let's say Jim's pretty thrifty. He doesn't even have a credit card, so we can leave that one blank. Car loan though. Now, Jim loves his cars. Jim's actually got about a $50,000 car loan at the moment. So right now, everything as it is, Jim's monthly cash flow, if you look down to the right-hand side of the column, it's pretty strong. He's got the Warren Buffett. He's going to be fine because he's got $1,074 approximately coming in over and above all of his expenses every month. But the whole point of this calculator isn't to look at what is, it's to look at what's possibly coming. So let's start playing around with the interest rate. So what if rates rise by, let's go 0.5%? Well, Jim's still in a pretty good position. As far as how long his savings will last him, perpetually. He's just going on forever. But it's getting a little bit closer now. Now Jim's looking at about $159 a month positive. What if rates go up another full percent? Jim's still in a pretty solid position. He's got 33 months worth of savings given this current cash flow to get him out of any bad situation, but now he's negative about $757 a month. But let's really stress test it now. What if rates actually jump up 3%? Well, now all of a sudden, Jim's savings have dropped drastically as far as how long they're going to stretch out for. He's got about 6 months worth of savings to actually find a solution to this issue. So whilst you never want to make a financial decision just based on something on a whim, what this calculator does though, is it gives you the option to actually start playing with what ifs. What if Jim sold his car? He loves his car, but maybe if he got rid of that car loan, that's $50,000 instantly gone. That's actually bought him another month. So that's not a huge amount, but maybe Jim hasn't put his rents up in ages and he's talking to his property managers and he finds out that he's actually drastically under rented these properties. And maybe Jim can actually get closer to $3,800 a month. And as you can see, now we've gone from 6 to 7 to 8. Maybe there's things in Jim's spending that he can change around. But again, this is such a personal thing. There's no right or wrong answer. The only thing that is, well, I guess wrong is just losing everything and going bankrupt. That would be really terrible, which is exactly what we want to help everyone avoid. So play with this calculator. Be really, really honest with yourself. Go through as many different scenarios of what ifs as you can. Just don't probably scare yourself and put like 30% interest rate rises because that's just going to terrify you for no reason. But play around with 1%, 2%, and 5%, like whatever you actually think is reasonable and applicable for your situation. Exactly what we've designed this calculator for. So have fun with the calculator. And if you haven't already, listen to the episode with Kitty Thomas from Dead Angel Solutions. It was episode number 147. And if there's any questions that you've got, hit us up at peakthroughproperty.com or go to our Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can find us as 2022. But that isn't it from me. My name is Todd Sloan. This is the Peak Through Property Podcast. And as always, have yourself an amazing rest of the week and stay awesome.